Hey guys, Rick here from the Onside Kick, here to give you my delayed and my probably should have been put up sooner review of NCAA 14, but I'm actually glad that I waited this long to do the review because some of you may know, some of you may not know. Technically today, it's late Wednesday night, but when you're probably seeing this, it'll be Thursday, so I'll say yesterday, the NCAA and EA Sports. The NCAA said that they were not going to renew their contract with EA, meaning that the copy of NCAA football that you have right now in your hands, maybe, or you're like, oh, should I buy it? That's why I'm watching this video. It will most likely be the last NCAA football game that we see for a while. Now, with me, I just want to get this out of the way before I get into the review. I hope that this doesn't I hope there are more NCAA football games of some sort in the future. I feel like it's a great game. They're they're saying legal issues is why they're not renewing the contract. I hope this NCAA 14 doesn't become. I want to say it was NCAA basketball 10. 10 was the one with Blake Griffin on the cover. Whichever one had Blake Griffin on the cover. I hope this doesn't turn into that, and we still see NCAA football games, no matter who it's made by, in the future. With that being said, what I think of NCAA football, where do I start? I'll start with something that in my post E3 reaction video to NCAA football, I'll start with recruiting. And I mentioned before that I was excited about what they're doing with recruiting, how you basically have 5,000 points each week. You set it up, and you can either go week by week and change, oh, how many points do I want to give this recruit, that recruit, or you just say, whatever, here's my recruiting, tell me about it when I care about it. And that's the kind of guy I am. I went for my team needs. The guys I wanted to target, I put with the maximum, and then I just left it, and I let it deal with the recruiting battles in the top five. I mean, I played my the dynasty that I played with. I played with the University of Illinois, so I wasn't going after. I was getting locked out a lot, and I wasn't able to get into those. Once I was locked out, I wasn't able to get back into it because I did my coaching tree a little bit differently than some others, but I did like recruiting mainly because I'm a simplistic guy with the recruiting. I just like to set it up, let it run its course from there. I don't want to check menus. I just want to play the game week to week. And just going on the coaching trees, I love that. The way you can, as a head coach, there's four trees. And if you're unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, if you've ever played a role playing game or an MMORPG, it's similar to that. You have a progressive tree which you get points for like scoring touchdowns, getting first downs. What you do in the game, you get points, you level up your coach, you get through your tree. And there's four trees. There's one for the offensive coordinator, one for the defensive coordinator, and then two for the head coach, one being game management, one being recruiting. For the head coach, because I didn't touch the coordinators, I just went right into being a head coach. I put a little bit into the recruiting tree, but I was more of a game management guy. Since I was playing week to week, I wanted to help myself on the field because to me I was like, you know what? Put any player on the field for me and I'll win the game in the Big Ten. Now, when I got to Ohio State, that turned into a little bit of a different story, but eh, we're not going to talk about that right now. But I like what they did with the coaching trees. I like what they did with recruiting. One of the things that I wasn't too fond of was what they did to the running game in the actual gameplay because I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it more realistic. And I remember talking to Mark Weber of the Onside Kick, and he said something that got me thinking where he was like, I think that they hit the cap for this gen. So for Xbox 360, for PS3, they hit the cap. and they can't progress any further until the next generations, until the PS4s, until the Xbox Ones. And that's why the NCAA ending their deal with EA kind of saddens me, because I wanted to see, let's say, NCAA 15 on that next gen console. I wanted to see what it would look like on my PlayStation 4, because there's so much potential that's seen in NCAA 14. You're looking at it and you're going, wow, if the game looks this good on PS3, I can't wait until PS4 to see what it looks like. With that being said, I still find it hard. For me, it's better than in the past, but I don't like running the ball. I feel like for me, the running's harder to do now. I mean, before anybody could basically run, you hit circle for your spin button. Now it's like I feel like I have to relearn how to run the football in NCAA 14. Maybe it's just me. You guys tell me down below what you think about that. But I mean, other than that, I played a little Road to Glory, and this was the only other thing I didn't like, and it kind of got me thinking. NBA 2K13. I know it's a different sports company than EA, and I know this is kind of moot because of NCAA ending their deal with EA. But the one thing we won't be able to see, and I wanted to see out of this game, was a better sense of recruiting in Road to Glory, where I'm a high school kid. I'm going through my high school season. Give me that recruiting aspect. Make me feel like I am living what these recruits usually do. Not just after a game, oh, here's 3 schools, pick one, and there you get an offer. I felt like they could have done a little bit better. Road to Glory, it seems like it's been the same for the past 2 or 3 years. Change something up with it. Do something different, especially with the first part, because I dread going through the high school season. I'm just sitting there going, man, I just want to play for a college team. I don't want to do this. And sometimes I don't even get there because I just go, you know what, I'm just going to play Dynasty mode. But that's me. I felt like they could have given you a better experience with recruiting. But with Road to Glory, if you liked it in the past, you'll like it in NCAA 14. Overall, I love the game. I like what they've changed, even though for me it seems like it's harder to run the football. I like the new teams they added. I like Online Dynasty is great. It's all good. It's a great game. You should buy it because this is probably the last NCAA football game we are going to see in our lifetime. But that's what I think. Tell me what you think down below. I love talking to you guys. Last time I did an NCAA 14 video, I got some great responses, and I actually got to talk to you guys about what you think about these games because we're both playing them. I'm going to leave my PlayStation Network name down below. If any of you want to add me on PlayStation, go ahead. I'm usually playing, but if I'm not, I'm not. If you ever want to hit me up, play a little NCAA 14, do not be scared. And also, for the onside kick, I'm thinking about maybe starting an online dynasty as the season approaches. If that's something you'd be interested to, either give us a comment down below or tweet us at onside kick real on Twitter. I'd like to set that up, but I'm not going to set it up unless I get the participation that I want. So let me know what you guys think. I love doing these videos for you, and as always, have a good day, good night, whatever it is for you. Have a good one.